Hello and welcome to Tobysblogs. Today we're in the woods and today I wanted to talk to you about a particular person, a fantastic author called Beatrix Potter. Now I thought whilst I was walking through the woods and in the rain, it reminded me of the wonderful author Beatrix Potter, who's celebrating her anniversary this year. Or it's the anniversary of her death or something, isn't it, or her birth, 100 years. So I'm walking through the woods in the rain, and you know, it reminds me of the TV series that used to be on during the 90s, which was the Beatrix Potter's Tales, and there were cartoons of her wonderful books, and it always started with the rain and walking through the beautiful Lake District in Cumbria, and with all the rain, and she rushes into her house in the pouring rain past the geese and goes to write her books. So that is kind of reminds me of that. It's not exactly the same because we're in Brighton and not in Cumbria, but yeah, I watched a documentary about Beatrix Potter's life. Patricia Routledge used to be Hyacinth, which is really good, and you know, she wrote some amazing stories. Peter Rabbit, Miss Tiddlywinkle, my favourites. I used to love Samuel Whiskers as well, another fantastic book. And she was a literary genius because she wrote such amazing books that have lasted over 100 years. Well, 100 years. Well, less than 100 years maybe. I don't know. Yeah, 100 years. Let's say 100 years. Yeah, so her books have lasted over time, and children of countless generations are always coming back to read her books. And she has some amazing, stunning characters. And her artwork is amazing. I've been to Lake District. I've been to her house. Beautiful little house there, and called Hilltop. If you haven't been there, you should go. You can also go to the Beatrix Potter Museum. I think it's in Windermere, which is kind of like a children's thing where you can walk around and see all the characters in model form and they all come to life, which is really nice. And you can also go to the Beatrix Potter Art Gallery, which is also really good because you can see her artwork. They change it every few months or so because they are 100 years old and they don't want them to fade, and they are the original artworks, and it's incredible. And I was brought up with the stories of Beatrix Potter because my mum absolutely loved them, and so I don't know, I just felt compelled to talk about it. And the rain has stopped, thank goodness, and the sun is brightening out. See, Beatrix Potter, we're talking about Beatrix Potter, and the world lights up because she lights up the world with her wonderful stories. Yeah, my favourite stories have to be, well, of course, you have to love Peter Rabbit, don't you? Little rabbit who goes around stealing things, Mr. McGregor. You have to love that story. I used to love Benjamin Bunny as well. Tom Kitten, amazing, love Tom Kitten. Yeah, Tom Kitten. Jemima Puddle Duck, also a good one. Piglin Bland. Pig Robinson. There was a TV series about that, a really weird one, where a man was dressed up with the face of a pig, and I remember watching that as a child. It's really weird, and the actor playing him was really weird, and it was a bit crazy, but yeah, it was live action, so you can imagine it was a bit weird. And yeah, I've come to the end of my walk, I think, now, and we'll start walking back. Yeah, the amazing, the wonderful, the fantastic author and artist who was Beatrix Potter. And also she donated during her life, when she moved to Lake District, she was used to buy lots of land because people wanted to buy the land to use for building on and stuff like that. You can't do that now because Lake District is regarded as a national park and you can't build inside a national park, so that's good. But Yes, so Beatrix Potter, instead of seeing these lands, all these fields and all this land turned, used and built on, towns and stuff, she bought them herself and used them for farming, and when she died she donated them to the National Trust. So that's why we have so much of the Lake District intact today. So it's because of her that we have the Lake District intact. So yeah, amazing woman, absolutely amazing woman. And I just felt compelled to talk about her. So I hope you've enjoyed this blog, out and about, talking about an amazing woman. And I will read her books probably to the end of my days, because they are that good. They are amazing. And if I have children, they were going to read them, and generations and generations and generations to come are going to be reading her books, because she's amazing. So that's the end of my blog. Thank you very much, and I will see you soon.